Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Curious Minds. I'm Lucy, your host, and today we're exploring a thought-provoking question. What happens if you love yourself more than anyone else? Self-love is often touted as the foundation of healthy relationships, yet sometimes we hear that too much self-love can isolate us or even lead to narcissism. So, is it possible to truly love yourself in a healthy way that benefits all your relationships? Or can an excess of self-love create barriers to deeper connections? Joining me today to unpack this topic is Julia, a relationship and self-love coach with years of experience helping people find balance in their emotional lives. Welcome to the show, Julia.
Hi, Lucy, and hello to everyone listening. I'm excited to dive into this topic because self-love is so powerful, and when practiced in a healthy way, it can transform your entire life.
Let's begin at the very start. What does it really mean to love yourself? Julia, how would you define healthy self-love?
Great question, Lucy. Healthy self-love is about treating yourself with the same kindness, respect, and care that you'd offer to someone you truly love. It involves accepting your strengths and weaknesses, nurturing your own well-being, and setting boundaries to protect your energy. It's not about vanity or narcissism. Rather, it's about recognizing your worth so you can engage with others from a place of fullness.
That makes sense. It's like building a strong foundation for all your relationships. But what does it look like if someone truly loves themselves more than anyone else?
That could manifest in various ways. It might mean that you prioritize your needs, make choices that support your personal growth, and have a deep sense of self-respect. However, if taken to an extreme, it might lead to isolation or an inability to empathize with others. The key is balance.
Julia, what are some of the benefits of loving yourself, of putting yourself first in a healthy way?
There are several key benefits. Increased confidence. When you value yourself, you're more confident in your decisions and less likely to seek external validation. Stronger boundaries. Self-love empowers you to set clear boundaries, which leads to healthier and more respectful relationships. Emotional resilience. By caring for yourself, you're better equipped to handle stress and setbacks. Better relationships. When you love yourself, you're more capable of loving others. You bring a healthier, whole self to your connections, which benefits everyone involved.
That's really empowering. It shows that self-love is not just about feeling good. It actually creates the space for healthier interactions with others. But what happens if someone takes self-love too far? Is there a point where loving yourself more than anyone else might become a problem?
Yes, Lucy, while healthy self-love is essential, an excessive focus on oneself can potentially lead to a few issues. Narcissism. When self-love turns into self-obsession, it can manifest as narcissistic behavior, where you might disregard the needs and feelings of others. Isolation. Over-prioritizing yourself can sometimes result in emotional isolation. You might miss opportunities for genuine connection because you're too focused on your own world. Lack of empathy. If you're always centered on your own needs, you might find it challenging to understand or care about the experiences of those around you. The trick is to ensure that self-love remains a tool for personal growth and well-being, not a barrier to intimacy and empathy.
That's an important distinction. Self-love should enrich your relationships, not replace them or come at the expense of others. For our listeners, what practical strategies can help them cultivate self-love in a balanced way?
Here are a few approaches. Practice mindfulness. Regular mindfulness or meditation can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, ensuring that self-love doesn't slip into self-absorption. Set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no and protect your time, but also be open to giving and receiving love from others. Engage in self-care. Develop a self-care routine that nourishes your body, mind, and soul, whether that's through exercise, hobbies, or spending time in nature. Reflect on your relationships. Periodically assess how your relationships are impacting you. Are you maintaining balance, or is one area of your life being neglected? Seek feedback. Sometimes, an outside perspective from trusted friends or a coach can help you see if you're leaning too much towards self-obsession.
These strategies sound very actionable. It seems like the key is continuous self-reflection and ensuring you remain connected to others.
Absolutely, Lucy. The goal is to build a strong sense of self that doesn't come at the cost of meaningful relationships.
Do you have any real-life examples of how balanced self-love has transformed someone's life?
Yes, I once worked with a client, Maria, who used to struggle with low self-esteem and would constantly seek validation from others. Over time, she learned to prioritize self-care, set boundaries, and practice gratitude. As a result, not only did her self-confidence soar, but her relationships also improved because she no longer relied on others for her sense of worth. Another client, James, realized that by loving himself first, he could offer more genuine support to his friends and family. This shift transformed his entire social dynamic for the better.
Those stories are so inspiring. They remind us that balanced self-love is a journey that enriches both our personal growth and our relationships. Before we wrap up, Julia, what's the one key takeaway you'd like our listeners to remember when it comes to self-love?
Remember that self-love is not about shutting others out. It's about building a strong foundation so you can share your best self with the world. It's about finding that sweet spot between caring for yourself and remaining open to the love and support of others.
Beautifully said. To our listeners, what does balanced self-love mean to you? We'd love to hear your stories and reflections in the comments or on social media. Don't forget to download our free PDF guide, Cultivating Balanced Self-Love, filled with reflection prompts and actionable tips. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep spreading love, both inward and outward.
Goodbye.